Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the First Mariner Arena here in Baltimore, Maryland for the 2-hour edition of ACW Anarchy. I am Joe Divine alongside D-Xtreme, or Danny D.
That's right, it's Danny D, not D-Xtreme. He's in the locker room preparing for his championship debut of the new championship, the X-Treme 24/7 championship, and it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I was sick last week. What did I miss?
You missed a lot, but right now we are about to kick off the night with tag team action and the debut of J. Kong.
ACW roster, better be ready for Anarchy 3, the debut of the best rookie in this company, the most powerful rookie, J. Kong. And I'm going to be teaming with my fellow Latin American, Anillo del Terror Jr., Christopher Wonder, Jason Stone. Get ready to face the best team that you will ever face in this company. Because when they decide to bring the tag team titles, we're going to be the first tag team champion. We're going to be known as the fucking Latin American Nightmares. And you better be ready to get hit by the future side and ended up looking up while you hear the 1, 2, 3, and that's it, because you're gonna be facing the #1 pick overall, and that's what it is, because it's 2, and you better know that the 2 just set you free.
Alright, what do you think of J. Kong so far as he's entering the arena right now? This is J. Kong, ladies and gentlemen. We actually just picked him up not too long ago, earlier this week, and he is here thriving in the tag team division right now. He is debuting with his new tag partner, Anillo del Terror Jr., and together they are going to be known as the Latin American Nightmare. What are your thoughts on this, Danny?
Well, I did a lot of research while I was out sick last week, and I've been also scouting new talent by going to the indie shows, and I saw a lot of these two men's matches. I watched the replay of this last week, and this guy right here, he knew what he was doing. I know he lost, but he put up a hell of a fight.
He ended up giving Peter Gilmour a run for his money last week, as he almost eliminated him on more than one occasion with that big shooting star press off the top rope.
I was pretty sure, Johnny, that I was pretty sure that this guy he was my handpick. He was my handpick. I know he lost, but he was my handpick. I love Masked Man. No homo.
Alright, here we go. We got Boston Championship Wrestling Champion right now coming to the ring. We have Jason Storm. What can you tell us about the Phenomenal One as he made his debut last week?
Well, besides the fact that he's phenomenal, he's also one of the most dangerous men on the indie circuit. He's won a total of 5 titles in the year that he debuted. That alone says something special to me when you can debut the same year and win multiple championships. Now, he's also a good tag team competitor. I've seen what he can do. And during the training days for ACW, he almost put 3 men in the hospital.
Yeah, this man can be very dangerous in the ring. It was a shame he got eliminated early in the Newcomers Battle Royal last week.
Such a shame.
Alright, and now we've got a man that is not a stranger to the ACW ring, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christopher Wonder.
ACW, here he is.
Now this man, he has been on a losing streak as of lately, but he has had some impressive showings lately. He lost on the debut episode 2 weeks ago to Shambo, and last week had what I consider the match of the night, going one-on-one with D-Xtreme as they tore the roof off Madison Square Garden last week.
Well, that was a great match, but I will say one thing about Mr. Wonder. You see, when you win, you just continue to, you don't experience the experience of losing. But when you lose, you experience something more, because you gain knowledge from your loss. You can learn from defeat, and from defeat can come a victory. Let's hope that's in this man's path today.
Well, he's been having, like I said earlier, some amazing outings, and tonight he's looking to get his first W here in ACW, and we all know he is capable of just that.
I ACW is in this man's future, Christopher Wonder.
Alright, Danny, how about this? Let's kick off tag team action here in ACW Anarchy.
Okay, they're locking up. What's going on? Oh. Oh, what a kick to the gut.
Jay Kong trying to build offense as in his debut here, but he's going for that kick to the gut one too many times, don't you think?
I think that we're learning this man's strong points here in ACW. Oh, a spine bomb. That is a very modified spine buster / power bomb. I've seen that a few times from people such as David Otunga in the WWE.
Double team action already here from the Latin American Nightmare.
Double elbow. Oh, and a rollover. Rollover sentons.
Now, what I think is going to be a strong suit of both of these men is they're both high-flying luchador types, and not many of them, besides a couple handful like D-Xtreme, are really high flyers in this roster. Is that something that the superstars on the ACW are going to have to learn to combat?
The difference between a technical person if you're technical, you're able to go all around. People like the X-Treme, but luchadors, they are known for their high-flying abilities. They're known to do the hurricanranas, the tornado DDTs, and most of all, they're known to fly. So expect a lot of flying from these guys. They're very strong on the. I don't expect a lot of grappling in terms of lifting. Heavy lifting from these two, but I will expect a lot of high flying and a lot of strong kicks. So expect a lot of kicks from these two.
Yeah, I expect that too. I mean, as you see, Anillo Jr. really trying to overcome Christopher Wonder here, but Wonder is really trying to keep a strategy going and keep Anillo grounded right now, because he is not letting him get up or get off of his feet at all, really, in this match.
Let's see, Wonder's got him. Wait, no, Deter. Boom! Savante kick.
Great pinwheel kick there as he just nails Christopher Wonder right in the head.
Uh-oh, is he going to fly?
A few good kicks and taking him down right there. Up to the top. Here we go.
Oh, he's going to fly. He's going to... jump. What? I want to say that was
dropping the knees right on the chest of Christopher Wonder. That had to take the breath out of him.
Oh, my God.
Christopher Wonder going behind right now. Again, he just had a taste of that high-flying offense. Do you think he's going to let Anillo get any more of that in?
Well, I personally prefer the strategy of in and out, because it allows you time to breathe and it allows you to inflict damage. But he may want to get this over quick. I mean, like he's on a losing record, Christopher Wonder is. So the only so that may be his way of just like constant damage till he runs out of breath, tagging his partner, let him finish it. Because in a tag team match, you don't have to be the one to make the pin to get a win on your record.
Oh yeah, that's so true. And ACW, there have been rumors going around for ACW entering a new tag team division here soon. As we were seeing, it was a very last call decision really for the 24/7 Extreme division, but I think that was well needed, especially with the talk going between D-Xtreme and Peter Gilmour over the...
Here we go again. That did not happen when I was gone last week.
No, actually it didn't, but every time that you're here, it seems that the announce table is just the target of everybody.
Oh, Lord, it better not break.
Right there, high-flying luchador style from Jay Kong right now. But as I was saying earlier, ACW thinking about what I've been hearing so far, implementing a new tag team division, but it was sort of a last call as we implemented a new division, the 24/7 division, which really all started from the rivalry on the ACW Facebook page between D-Xtreme and the Extreme Icon Peter Gilmour.
Now, from what I've heard, the history in regards to this rivalry between Extreme Icon Peter Gilmour and D-Xtreme is simply this. D-Xtreme, he won his match last week, and he was trying to impress going into Bloodsport to become the U.S., to possibly get in on this U.S. Championship match. He saw Peter Gilmour, and Peter Gilmour cut his promo before his match, claiming that D-Xtreme was a wannabe extremist. That, of course, offended D-Xtreme, if you know D-Xtreme, and what he has done in wrestling all over the Call Leagues. So, from then on, words were spoken, and now we have ourselves a new title and a new championship match that will... Oh, a cutter!
Big cutter there. Yeah, I mean, I'm really interested... Wait, cover here. One. Only a one count. Jay Kong is really looking impressive in his debut. Right there, a big D-Xtreme style super kick.
A lot of super kicks have been known to happen in Mexico.
Yeah, I'd say so. Right now, what is Jay Kong thinking here?
Ooh.
That was a big coast-to-coast drop kick. He's just looking right now to really take advantage of a fallen Christopher Wonder.
This is very risky. I knew it. This is still risky.
Trying to drop the knees like a Noah De Terra did earlier, but this time Wonder saw it coming.
I hope he's wearing knee pads because that had to hurt.
Oh, no doubt about it. Also, let's enlighten the audience on our main event of the evening tonight. We are going to see the crowning of the very first ACW Global Champion in a match between the best in the universe, Marco Gruber, and what I'm sure was the dark horse in this tournament, the man no one really expected to be in the finals, the savior, Shambo. What do you think about this?
Marco Gruber, you make me sick. Yes, you have a very ingenious mind, jumping every opponent that you've had so far, but you can't do it this time. Nope, you can't do it. You made me sick, but I've seen worse. So, good luck in your match to both men, and I can't wait to see our first champion.
Yeah, it's going to be something to look forward to tonight. And also with the stipulation that Commissioner Jaden Anthony had posted over Facebook earlier in the week, that if Marco Gruber ends up interfering or attacking his opponent from behind, or having anyone attack his opponent from behind, the match is automatically awarded to the savior, Shambo. What are your thoughts on that stipulation? Does that put Marco Gruber at a really big disadvantage right now?
It puts him at a disadvantage, but at the same time, I want to say Marco Gruber, we know how strategic his mind works. So just because the commissioner may have said, oh, you can't win by cheating this way, he's going to find a back door. So, who knows?
You know, his mind has to be thinking right now, what can I do later tonight to come out on top, to come out as the ACW Global Champion? He wants to make history here, Danny. And I think either man tonight winning will make history here in the ACW, and it will put the Call Wrestling world on notice.
Of course, of course. Oh, it was shooting stars.
Cover only a 2 count there right now. What are we seeing right now from Jay Kong?
Is this a pedic? Angel? Ooh.
What the hell did we just see? It was effective nonetheless, though.
I am going to have to interview this man after the match to find out what the name of that move was. But it looks like he's calling for something else. It looks like a torture rack into a power bomb.
What a unique move. Cover 1.
And
Tom Marshall only counts a 1 count right now.
how the heck do you kick out of this stuff?
I don't know. That's why Jason Storm really is the phenomenal one. He is coming in with guns a-blazing, really kicking out of just about anything in this match right now.
Honestly, I want to see, as much as I enjoy Jason Storm, I want to see this man tag back in Christopher Wonder, simply for the fact that, as much as I love these luchadors, Christopher Wonder, you do need a win, and what will help boost your confidence going into future matches is your first win being the one that you won yourself, not that your partner won.
Of course.
You don't want to be looked at as the Marty Jannetty of the tag team.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, Jay Kong right now, big set-out powerbomb. That was a Batista-style powerbomb, but Jay Kong is not the legal man right now.
No, he's not. Oh. Boom, what a drop kick.
Anillo De Terra Jr. up top right now. Wait a second. Senton splash, but right as soon as he tries to land it, a big kip up from Jason Storm.
Jason Storm, he's got a lot of heart in him, I can tell.
Now, tell me if this is a great strategy. The frequent tags and double teams here by the Latin American Nightmare. They're really right now cleaning house between the two in-ring veterans in there.
I want to say that last move was a hurrah bomb, and there goes another super kick.
Big cutter there by Jay Kong.
That is very Peter. Oh, he's lean with it, rock with it, lean with it. Oh my God.
And just another super kick, taking off the head of Jason Storm.
One. Oh.
Nothing but a kick out there.
What else is there for him to do? Oh, what
Jason Storm, wow. Big counter.
Come on, Jason Storm. If you want to win this, you got to get back in it. Tagging Mr. Wonder for Christopher Wonder.
It seems like Jay Kong does not want Christopher Wonder tagged in right now. Christopher Wonder has to be the man that the Latin American Nightmare is fearing right now.
They tagged again. Oh, Lord. looks like a stroke dropped it. And it is.
That has to be an effective maneuver there. 2, 3. The Latin American Nightmare pick up the victory here tonight, Danny.
As they say in Mexico, or Mexico, orderly Holmes, we just kicked their ass. Are you cool?
Well, let's take a look at the highlights right now of this amazing tag team match. If we have a tag team division coming soon, you know that these two men, the Latin American Nightmare, will be in the running definitely for the tag team championship.
I'm pretty sure these two men will be tagging at Bloodsport coming soon.
No doubt about it, as we see the move that finished it off right here.
I don't know what they're going to call that, but we need a name.
But it was very effective, and your winners for tonight here from the First Mariner Arena here in Baltimore, Maryland, we've got Jay Kong and Anillo Jr., the Latin American Nightmare.
Now I have one question real quick. You've been stumbling a few times saying D. And do you have D-Xtreme on the mind, or is it me?
Right now, D-Xtreme is definitely on the mind. I am looking forward to that 24/7 hardcore match later tonight. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I'm jealous.
We're about ready to hear from our new acquisition, Mr. Capital. What do you think of him?
You know, I saw some stuff about him, but I think he's about to talk, so I better shut up.
All right.
So I just got to the arena with my suitcase right there, and I'm being informed that I'll be facing some guy named Big Dwayne. Listen here, Dwayne. I don't care for I don't know what your expectations will be. I don't care who you are or what you do for a living. You will be out of my ring, outperformed, out-wrestled, out-brawled, and that's all there is to it. Alright? The fans know that. The fans want to see Capital debut. The fans want to see Capital whoop ass, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to whoop your ass. You see, my road to greatness starts with your pathetic ass. After you're out of the way, oh, I'm gonna get some real competition. You're gonna go back, you're gonna sit down in a bar and get some nice beer, I guess, if you're gonna have the money, and see how real men get it done. And by real men, yours truly. Now you see, I have one thing to say to you. Go fuck yourself and get out of my way.
Well, strong words there from Mr. Capital as he's about ready to make his way to the ring here in ACW.
You know, I just checked my computer one more time, and you know what? Unfortunately, the poll from the Facebook page says that Big Dwayne is outnumbered 1 to 5 on the poll of who's winning this match.
Yeah, I've actually seen that as well. Big Dwayne is not necessarily the favorite coming into this match. I mean, Mr. Capital, he has been all around. He knows what he's doing in the squared circle. He's been in several other car companies, and he's going to make a name for himself here, and he's wanting to become the global champion sooner rather than later.
Well, Big Dwayne, you got a good fight ahead of you. Because here comes none other than Mr. Capital.
Now, Danny, I know you have been watching Mr. Capital closely in the indie scenes. What do you have on him that will make this man completely dangerous here in ACW?
Mr. Capital has said a lot of very, well, I don't want to say racial slurs, but very controversial slurs in regards to the indie scene. You see, he said, and he quotes, "I will not wrestle independently outside of the United States, the best country in the world."
Yeah, I see that coming, but I mean, he seems to be like, he wants to impress, but at the same time, he's just got the cockiness and arrogance of an asshole in him that really will probably make him stand out here in the ACW.
In terms of his in-ring work, he is a submission machine. So look forward to some possible bones broken if Big Dwayne can't get the job done.
Big Dwayne is exactly that, though. He is a big man. Do you think Mr. Capital will have trouble with him here tonight?
Yes. Big Dwayne, the former weightlifting champion, he brings a lot to the table in terms of strength, compatibility, and just plain ass kicking. Unfortunately, he hasn't got a win yet. Oh, spit to the hand.
All right. Well, this match is kicking off right now, and this is only Big Dwayne's second appearance here in the ACW. His first time was in a losing effort I believe it was against EJ Hero, but correct, yeah, EJ Hero on the very first episode of Anarchy.
Well, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's just the catering here in ACW is so good. I want to point out and thank the caterer, Mrs. Cook. She is just a delicious cook. She cooked some potato salad for me tonight, and God, this is just awesome.
Well, right now, Big Dwayne has yet to really even get a move in so far.
Come on, Big. Well, I can't be cheering. I'm not one-sided. See there, I told you. There's the submission.
Working over the arm of Big Dwayne right now. Also, later tonight, we have the renewal of a rivalry, sir. We have the renewal of this rivalry between Garnett Court, top-notch Garnett Court, and the franchise Marco Rose. What do you think is going to be going down in this match?
I don't know all the details in regards to the rivalry, but I do know one thing. This goes back to their other colleague days, so this is going to be epic. For them to bring a rivalry all the way to ACW, you know it's going to be big.
Oh yeah, of course. Big spinebuster there as we see it from Mr. Capital right now, but Big Dwayne looks like he is pissed now.
Ah, here comes Big Dwayne. You know, I think he's like a raging bull in that ring sometimes, Big Dwayne, but it just takes the right moment for the bull's horns to just be sharp enough to just ram you down and run you over. But it looks like we're getting the Capital Elbow.
I've been talking with Mr. Capital lately, and there it is. That is the Capital Elbow looking to finish off Big Dwayne.
Now, I don't know if he's a Republican, Democrat, or Green Party, but this guy just kicked your ass, Big Dwayne. Yeah, Mr. Capital has picked up his first win here, looking very impressive against Big Dwayne. Congratulations, Mr. Capital.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we still do have a lot more to come here on this very special 2-hour edition of ACW Anarchy. We still have the 24/7 X-Treme Championship on the line between the X-Treme icon Peter Gilmour and D-Xtreme, and also the main event of the evening tonight. We have the ACW Global Championship on the line as we see the Savior, Shambo, go one-on-one with the best in the universe, Marco Gruber.
Can't wait.
Mr. Capital really soaking in the victory right now here at the ACW Universe in Baltimore. This is the Extreme icon, Peter Gilmour, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate to tell you I told you so, but I told you so. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Peter Gilmour, if you did not know that by now. And I am the Extreme icon, the king of wrestling. Now, for those of you who haven't not seen me, go watch the last episode of Anarchy, because last week on Anarchy, I made my triumphant debut in my hometown of New York City. Yes. At Madison Square Garden, the mecca of wrestling. I fought there many times, won many titles there. So how fitting was it to make my ACW debut in my hometown of New York City. Now I was in a fatal four-way newcomers match with Wolf Gruber, Anillo Del Terra Jr., and the phenomenal one, Jason Storm. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the match, you fucking missed out. Because that match went on for like about 30-35 minutes, and it was freaking epic. Not to say the Marco Gruber match wasn't anything to write home about. That match was actually pretty good. But the match that I was in stole the show. Every one of us in that ring laid it all on the line. We bled. We sweat. We paid the price, as Ric Flair used to say. Woo! But in the end, one man prevailed. One man had his hand raised in victory. And you know what that guy was? Me! That's right. I won the newcomers Fatal 4-Way match. Like I said I would. Because let's face it, Jason Storm, garbage. Though he withstood everything that me, Wolf Gruber, and Anillo Del Terra Jr. had to give him. He was in the final 3, then he became the final 2, after he got rid of that pesky Mexican cockroach Anillo Del Terra Jr. Boy, was he a fucking pain in my fucking ass. Every time I tried to gain some offense, he would reverse after reverse, counter after counter. You know, he was just like a pesky cockroach that you couldn't, that every time you tried to step on him, he would somehow run away. But I give him credit. He lasted the entire match. But sadly, he lost to Jason Storm. Sadly got pinned by Jason Storm. And then what happens, Jason? Bang! Bang! The Gilmour cutter. You did not see it coming. All I needed was 1 second. 1 second. And I hit you with the bang! Gilmour cutter. I could have hit you with the death strike and broke your fucking neck. But I was saving that for opportune time. The match continued. I swear to God, I would have broke your neck. Excuse me. But I'm gonna save that little move for the right time. But like I said, I won the Fatal 4-Way match, and I start my climb up the ACW ladder. And now this week on episode 3, in my second match in ACW, my second match, I'm already in a title match. As our great GM announced on the ACW fan page, he's introducing two new titles. And one of them is a title that I know all about. The X-Treme title. And who do I face? The man who thinks he's extreme, D-Xtreme. Woo, nice name. Now D-Xtreme, I know you did an audio promo. I could care less what you said in it because it was basically probably bullshit anyway. Mocking me, saying I'm not extreme, that I'm part of COH. You know, I was part of COH and blah blah blah, all this bullshit. And by the way, I know that the commentator, I forgot his name, I'm sorry. A great commentator, by the way, said that my promo raised a lot of eyebrows in COH. And that there might be a response. I don't give a fuck if Travis Sparks, the owner of COH, has a response for me. I'm out of the Federation. I'm injured in COH. Written off. So whatever you say, Travis, it doesn't matter. It is irrelevant. You could fire me, you can suspend me, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Because I will be coming back. Oh yes, I will be coming back. But enough about that second-rate bingo hall promotion. Let's get to the match this week on Anarchy episode 3. D-Xtreme, you think you're so extreme, you think that you can actually beat the king of extreme, the guy that knows all about being extreme, the guy that has bled more buckets of blood than a blood bank? I bled so much blood that they had to call 3 blood banks and 3 hospitals to bring a ton of blood just to pump it in my veins. It's not gonna matter. It doesn't matter if you call yourself D-Xtreme, the Extreme Icon, the Extreme Hardcore Legend, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. The fact is, next Tuesday night on Anarchy, I'm coming for gold, and I'm coming for blood. And just like the Fatal 4-Way, when I busted Jason Storm up, I busted him open, I told you I would come for blood. And even though I spilled my own blood, what happened? That fueled me. That fueled the fire inside of me, and then I destroyed my competition. And that's what I'm going to do to you, D-Xtreme, when we get in that ring. You can use all the weapons you want. I don't care. It's not going to put me down for a 10 count. Because that is the stipulation. You have to knock your opponent out for 10 seconds. It's going to take more than a chair shot. It's going to take more than a table spot. Or a sledgehammer shot. Candlestick shot. Or one of your stupid lame finishers. It's not going to put me down for a 10 count. The fact is, it's only going to take me 1 second to hit the bang Gilmour cutter. I don't care if I have to give you 3 Gilmour cutters, 4 Gilmour cutters, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I don't care how many Gilmour cutters I have to give you. The fact of the matter is, after Tuesday night, I will become the new ACW 24/7 Extreme Champion. And I know what comes with the 24/7 title. People can be lined up from the back. I can go to the fucking bathroom and somebody will be trying to pin me. It won't matter because when I win that belt, I am not losing it. And D-Xtreme, you say that I run solo, that I don't need the Armada. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. D-Xtreme. I know something you don't know. The Armada is coming back. I'm not going to be riding solo for much longer. I don't really need the Armada's help. I can do things on my own. I'm sorry, I knocked over a cup, so I'm in my mansion. Haha. So D-Xtreme, this Tuesday night, you better prepare yourself. You think you're so extreme? Prove it. Prove me wrong. Because when all is said and done, I will become the Extreme Champion for the 8th time. So prepare yourself, D-Xtreme. Prepare for war. Because this soldier is coming for blood. And when all is said and done, you'll be looking at the new ACW Extreme Champion. See your bitch ass on Tuesday.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Peter Gilmour. Peter Gilmour. Mr. Extreme Icon, if you will, yo. You see, you just don't get it. You don't get it. This isn't where you used to be. This isn't COH. This isn't CWS. This isn't any of your old playgrounds. This is the future of Call Wrestling. Alright, these fans came to see a new generation. Old man, you may call yourself an extreme icon, but here in ACW, you ain't shit. You see the difference between you and me? While you were out doing a bingo hall show, I was doing the first episode of ACW Anarchy. And you know what? I may not have won my first match, but I main evented. That's how much confidence Commissioner Jaden Anthony has in me. Okay? And hell, he wasn't even announced as the commissioner then. Episode 2. I do the same thing that I did in episode 1. I stole the show. Different opponent, different result. I won. Yes, you won against 3 other virgins that night who needed their match cherry popped. But you know what? The difference was you said you were extreme, but you didn't go to the extreme. I went to the top turnbuckle. I suplexed someone out of the ring. Something you've never done. There are things that I know are extreme. A little place that you may know is called SMF. One of the most entertaining wrestling promotions in the history of Call. Let's go back to Bitchamania 2011. Who was it that won the hardcore title during its 24/7 rule by jumping off of the Titantron? The only person in SMF history, the person who wasn't even on the roster, I did. You see, you think you're gonna beat me? I know I'm gonna beat you. You say you're in it for blood and for gold? Well, I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go down. Right before the bell rings, you're gonna see the championship. This is gonna be the first time you're gonna see it. So you're gonna see some gold. The ref is gonna raise it up high. Then the ref's gonna leave. Then I'm gonna beat you to a bloody pulp. Blood will be leaking out of your skull. And you'll be down for the 10 count. You see, Danny D, he's a 16-time champion, you know, from a place called 3 Count Wrestling. Well, you're gonna be down for the 10. And it doesn't matter if I have to hit you with the X-Bomb, if I have to hit you with the X-Mark, if I have to take you to the extreme. It doesn't matter what move I use. You're going down. And I'm not doing it for you, Peter Gilmour. I'm not trying to prove something to you. Because the fans, they already saw it firsthand. The fans of ACW, they already made their choice as to who the true extreme icon is. Their chosen one was me. D-Xtreme is the extreme one of ACW. See you at Anarchy.
Oh my God, did you hear those words?
Yes, I did. It seems like Peter Gilmour is using the beef he has with COH being written off and everything to really fuel this rivalry with D-Xtreme.
I don't know why he had to start this with D-Xtreme of all people. They have no prior history, but it seems like they say in the Highlander movies, there can only be one extremist.
And it seems like right now, Peter Gilmour only really wants that to be him. There is no room at the top for 2 extremists in this company right now, apparently.
Well, I mean, like, I look at ACW and I see different opportunities for different people. This is a young line versus an old line match. No offense to Peter Gilmour, but he is up there in age. He's a veteran of the game. But then you got D-Xtreme. He's barely been in the game. He's been in a few different companies that only had a very few amount of matches. So ACW could be his new home ground of where he's going to be star. And so this is an opportunity for both men. But here comes D-Xtreme.
Yeah, D-Xtreme's really bringing a lot to the table coming into this match. He has a 1-1 record here in the company. He is broke even because of last week, which I still consider match of the night for last week in that match against Christopher Wonder.
Now, I personally, every time this man has been in the ring has been match of the night, and that's the difference maker between him and Peter Gilmour so far. Peter Gilmour cut his promo complaining about Call Honor, but then you look at D-Xtreme, no complaints, day 1 main evented. Day 2, stole the show, and I guarantee you, day 3 of Anarchy, this man will do it again.
And it seems like it really. He really hasn't made he hasn't made any complaints actually, and he's just had nothing but good things to say about the company. And really the first time we've really heard him vocal is in response to Peter Gilmour.
Now don't cut Peter Gilmour out short. I mean, we do know one big thing about Peter Gilmour. The Gilmour cutter comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Gilmour cutter will come out of nowhere, and that could be the deciding factor of this match, as referee Tom Marshall shows off the new 24/7 Extreme Championship to the audience here in the First Mariner Center in Baltimore, Maryland.
Now, I've done my research on this match, and Jay, I have to say, this isn't your average Extreme match. This is basically what they call in other companies a last man standing match. You knock a man out for a 10 count, you win, and that is the rules of this championship.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this pretty much is a last man standing match, but every 24/7 Extreme Championship match will be like this until further notice, which means anyone, anywhere, you could be sleeping, you could be taking a piss, and someone could come and attack you and pretty much just walk off with the title.
Now, let me ask you something, Jay. Now, I don't know if you have any prior wrestling history or not, but would you take an opportunity at that belt if given the opportunity? Would you go for the belt?
Yes, I probably would. I mean, especially if I see it as an advantage toward a build-up. I mean, anything could be possible here in the ACW. Now, you as a former 16-time 3-count wrestling champion, would you actually take the advantage on this as well?
If it came, I would. It would have to be the... Oh my God, what a moonsault. It would have to be the right moment, but I'm going to stick. It is not my time to shine anymore. I'm up there in age, and ACW is for this new generation. And I believe that is kind of where we have our feud right here. D-Xtreme, Peter Gilmour. Peter Gilmour, he believes wherever he goes, the man still has it. D-Xtreme, he believes it's all part of the new generation. He wants the torch passed. And he's not saying, Peter Gilmour, pass me the torch. He is saying, Peter Gilmour, I'm taking the torch.
Exactly. Right there, D-Xtreme's really really trying to mount an offense here with that big German suplex. Now he's taking over on the arm and a big Alabama slam.
What a DX spinebuster. Not a double leg. Ooh.
Peter Gilmour is really seeming to have a counter for a lot of things D-Xtreme's throwing out there, but D-Xtreme right now is really throwing those super kicks a little careless, missing on almost every one of them right now.
I think he's really got it in his mind to just be like, you know what, I want to hit that super kick any means necessary. I don't care. I just want to hit it now. And so that might be D-Xtreme's downfall of having that mentality. Oh, no, they're outside again. Now, one thing that I'm really hoping doesn't happen, it hasn't happened yet, the table has not broken tonight.
Not yet. We came close in the first match, but they actually spared us. And it seems like every time you are back on commentary, they target the table.
Let's hope tonight isn't just like the first episode.
Yeah, right now. Oh
my God!
Big chair shot.
What a chair shot. Now, have you heard anything from our general manager lately in regards to the main event tonight?
Main event tonight, it was passed along on the Facebook fan page that if Marco Gruber interferes, or actually attacks his opponent, Shambo, from behind, has anyone do it, or jumps him before the match even begins, Shambo will actually be awarded the ACW Global Championship. Now, tell me, does that seem fair to you?
Fair? Yes, after all that has happened. But there's a downside that comes to this. And I will say it in a minute, because I want to focus on this match. We got Peter Gilmour, he's got a kendo stick, and okay, he dropped it. What's going on? Oh no, they're near the table.
They are near our table, but D-Xtreme got the arm. What? This is a unique maneuver here from D-Xtreme, but dropping Gilmour right on the back of his skull on the mat.
I believe that move used to be called the Eye of the Hurricane.
Nonetheless, right now, it seems like we have a battle over the kendo stick, and D-Xtreme just leveling Gilmour with that kendo stick right now.
But as I was saying, No offense to Shambo, he's a rookie. He's coming in and he's making a name for himself. But the thing is about that main event match, in regards to the stipulation, if that does happen and Shambo is handed the championship, how can we fully take him seriously? He'll be the first champion, but truthfully, he'll be a paper champion.
Exactly. I mean, he wouldn't have ever earned it. I mean, now, the thought of this really quick. The Austrian Marco Gruber, if he does finally actually go by the rules, we could have one of the biggest matches of the year in the car wrestling world on our hands here in ACW Anarchy.
Well, I'm hoping we get that. There's a counter by Gilmour.
Gilmour back on the attack right now, not letting D-Xtreme really build that much offense, especially after what he did with that kendo stick earlier outside the ring.
D-Xtreme's got him, and an elbow to the head.
Now, D-Xtreme seems to be really going for all those high-risk maneuvers, and right there, like that, just missing. Is that going to cost him here later in this match, especially having to get up from that 10 count, because it's going to be harder and harder with every move he misses.
Oh my God, he finally hit that super kick. Crucifix, no pins necessary in this one.
Not at all. The only way to win this match is to straight up knock your opponent out, and D-Xtreme trying with that kendo stick, but Peter Gilmour just taking it right back.
Now, Jay, we've already seen a chair. We've already seen a kendo stick. But, Jay, is there a specific weapon you're hoping to see in this match?
I'm really hoping to see tables in this match, Danny. I mean, this match screams tables between these two men, and Broken Wood will definitely be at home here in Baltimore, Maryland.
Well, if you're screaming tables, then I'm hoping that there won't include any broken computer equipment at our announce table.
Exactly.
Me personally, I'm gonna have to say the ladder. I like seeing the guys climb up tall. It's a very, very exciting sight to see, no matter where you're sitting in the arena.
Now, with the ladder, what strategy would you have in mind if one man goes up to the top, but the other doesn't necessarily follow?
Well, normally that happens when you're gonna dive off it, and that can be a big risk if you miss, but it can be a very critical move on both people's if you can make it, because you're coming from a long way. Oh wait, what do we got here?
D-Xtreme, he's got the ladder.
Oh my God! First person who gets hit with this ladder is really gonna know the meaning of pain, and it's
D-Xtreme is down. Tom Marshall starting to count, but D-Xtreme just not wasting any time, getting right back up and.
Oh my God! What a bulldog to the ladder.
That is definition of extreme right here, folks. Now, there are reasons this type of title and type of match is banned from other companies, and it's because of moves like we're about to see right there.
I don't know if Peter Gilmour has ever done a move like that or taken a move like that, but he's gonna have to start getting used to more and more moves like this if he ever wants to stand a chance at winning against a man like D-Xtreme. D-Xtreme, I've seen a lot of his indie tapes, and he is used to this. He has created a few moves similar to the RVD days, such as the Van Terminator, which he likes to call the X-Fix, which is basically a crucifix move.
Yeah, and also, this is actually our first taste of straight-up extreme action here. No rules, just right for both of these men here in the ACW.
Ooh, what a fantastic DDT by Peter Gilmour.
Now, Peter Gilmour, he seems to be struggling after that shot on the ladder. That's definitely going to have to take his toll as D-Xtreme hits that big flying forearm right there.
What a kip up. It takes a lot of energy out of you to kip up. Oh, man, what a spear to the gut onto the ladder.
These men really are sparing no expense in this match. They are trying to incapacitate each other. There's a lot of bad blood between these two men right now, and it's only been in a really short period of time right now. Hatred between these two men grew really quickly.
Well, it's simply over the word extreme. D-Xtreme has always kept it in his name. He has never changed his name, no matter what company he's in, but we are... Oh, that was that too. I gotta give Peter Gilmour some credit, and I'm sorry for being interrupted, but I do have to call the match.
Oh, it's fine.
Peter Gilmour, I gotta give him credit because on 2 separate occasions during this match so far, he has been able to keep D-Xtreme down for a count. Peter Gilmour has not been down. He has not been knocked down yet.
Peter Gilmour is really standing his ground right now as it is, and he's not really letting any offense that D-Xtreme throws at him really affect him that much.
Looks like we might be seeing something pretty soon. I have this feeling because, oh, I haven't seen an elbow like that since, well, I don't know when the last time I've seen an elbow like that. What about you, Jay?
Last time I seen an elbow like that, I don't really remember, but it had to have been phenomenal because there's really no comparison to that last elbow, though.
Another weapon? The trash can. Ooh, what a good selection.
Trash can, but it ended up getting rolled back under the ring after that attack.
Oh my God!
Right through our announce table.
I knew it.
Well, first announce table of the night, and now more tables coming into this match.
Well, it looks like we both got our wish tonight. I got my ladder, you got your table.
Both weapons really coming in handy for both of these men right now.
What is this? Oh, what a spinning rack.
Right down on the concrete floor. And now the table's really coming into effect, not in the way we thought it would, though. He's really using it as a battering ram of sorts, as D-Xtreme.
There are different things you can do with this table, but one thing in terms of when you see an extreme match, chances are you're going to see what you don't want to see with the table, and that's seeing it lit on fire. What a bulldog by D-Xtreme.
Peter, this is actually the really big super kick there by D-Xtreme. This is really the first flare of offense that we've seen extended here by D-Xtreme, and he's actually coming back very well in this match, trying to put Peter Gilmour away.
What do we have here? What is he going to do? It didn't work.
Now Gilmour rolling off and picking up the table as his own right now.
Oh boy, D-Xtreme steals it back. Ooh, looks like something big's going to happen.
Now D-Xtreme trying to put Gilmour through this table up to the top rope.
Gonna fly.
Shooting star press, but Gilmour moved out of the way, and D-Xtreme ate that entire table on his own.
Oh, what a single leg lock.
Now, is this really methodical in this match? Because the submissions really don't count in this match. He's just wearing down the legs.
This match, but I will say this. You need to get up in order to stay in this. If your legs are too weak to get up, you can lose while still being conscious.
Yeah, exactly. But D-Xtreme does the smart thing and finally kicks Gilmour right off. But again, Gilmour counter for everything. But again, D-Xtreme showing his wing awareness right there as he counters with a hip toss.
Oh, wait a second. I've seen this. The X-Bomb.
Big.
By D-Xtreme.
Now, what's D-Xtreme thinking about right here as he goes back to the outside?
I think he's preparing a move and he's just waiting for what? Now, me personally, if I was in that situation, I would have let him just lay and wait for him to rise. Oh, but look at that kick.
Now, D-Xtreme thinking of something big, but Gilmour just powers out and reverses.
That was the first time Gilmour was. Wait, what is this? A knockout blow. Those are only legal in extreme matches.
D-Xtreme, though, picking himself right back up and fighting back into this match.
Oh my, what a clothesline.
Discus clothesline there. Now, that ladder looks like it's about ready to come back into play.
It was for a quick second. D-Xtreme's got him. Arm lock. Wait a second. Another Eye of the Hurricane from D-Xtreme.
Now, D-Xtreme's really building momentum now that the weapons are coming into play.
Oh, he's going up. Is Peter Gilmour going to follow? Oh my God, what a flying Savante kick, but it misses.
Luckily, he did land on his feet there, so D-Xtreme took minimal damage off of that drop.
Very minimal.
Peter Gilmour, Irish whip into the corner. What are we going to see in the corner now?
Looks like we're going to see Peter Gilmour get kicked in the nuts. Because that's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happened. And now D-Xtreme back with that kendo stick, causing more punishment to the body of Peter Gilmour.
He's beating him like the Sandman used to.
And now Peter Gilmour just collapsing under the pressure of that kendo stick right now.
But he keeps getting back up. I'm surprised Peter Gilmour has not been down for a count other than once.
I know. And now D-Xtreme back up to the top. What is he thinking here?
What is he gonna do this time? Oh, what a Savante kick.
And he finally hits it, but he's going back up to the top of that ladder again.
Why would you do this, D-Xtreme? Oh my God!
He hit it!
That was a shooting star clothesline. I've never seen that.
D-Xtreme really pulling something new out here in the ACW arena here in Baltimore, Maryland for this first ever 24/7 Extreme match. Big Uranagi.
Oh my God.
D-Xtreme looking for more weapons to punish Gilmour with.
Peter Gilmour did say bring all the weapons you can because it's going to take a lot more than that to beat him. And it seems like that's what D-Xtreme is doing. Weapon after weapon has been coming into play. And finally, for the third time, Peter Gilmour is down for a count. But wait a second, he just gets back up. At least this time D-Xtreme didn't stop and say, you know what, I'm going to hit you again.
D-Xtreme, what is he thinking about here? He is up on the stage and setting that table up. And now Gilmour in hot pursuit.
I don't understand his tactics, but D-Xtreme might have a good reason for it. Oh my God!
Moves like that right there on the steel ramp. What are we seeing here?
Shinari!
D-Xtreme, this is exactly what he wanted. Baiting Peter Gilmour into coming up there with a flurry of offense. This was also a great chance for D-Xtreme to take a breather as well.
What could we be seeing?
Gilmour's picking that table back up, but gets a super kick for his efforts.
What a super kick.
And now as this match is wearing on, do you think battling up here on the stage is really a smart idea?
It increases your damage. So, I mean, like, it could end this a lot quicker than we expected. It's been a very, very good match so far. Who knows what we're going to see from here? But wait a second, this could be getting very, very good. He's got him on the table, he's beating him, but he keeps getting up. Peter Gilmour, despite everything he said, despite him mentioning other, oh my God.
X-bomb right up there on the stage.
Another X-bomb, and this time he's down for a count. This is the fourth time Peter Gilmour is down. What is D-Xtreme going to do? Is he going to wait? Is he going to inflict more damage? Whatever he does, he better not hit that ref.
He seems to be waiting right now, actually. But
Bad. Why did you hit the ref?
D-Xtreme takes referee Tom Marshall out with the table.
I gotta say, that was a bad move by D-Xtreme. You never know what these refs are gonna do.
But again, this is This is a no disqualification match, so hitting the referee, as stupid as it may be, is perfectly legal.
Yes, but the ref can also hit back.
Yes, he can. And do you think Tom Marshall will retaliate tonight?
I think Tom Marshall won't retaliate, but at the same time, he might have something to say in regards to, later on tonight, he might have a meeting with the commissioner in regards to assault.
Yeah, I could see that happening. D-Xtreme up to the top rope!
What a... Oh, man, he missed.
Nobody home for the moonsault, but D-Xtreme now holding those ribs, though. That moonsault had to have taken the wind out of him and severely hurt him.
Well, we've seen these two men... Wait a second. What's this? What is this? Oh, a neat... And the first person busted open is Peter Gilmour. Peter Gilmour said himself that he would be coming for blood, but it would be D-Xtreme. And yet D-Xtreme has busted open Peter Gilmour. What a DDT. Oh, and the legs have been damaged by the steel steps with that DDT.
Now those steel steps could be coming into play here. Gilmour trying to get back into the ring now, as well as D-Xtreme.
What is this? Oh, nice drop kick.
D-Xtreme hitting that super kick once again at will at any time. That is the most dangerous move in D-Xtreme's arsenal right now, I believe.
Well, he does have one other move that we haven't yet. He has two moves that we haven't seen. Oh, they were both going for a clothesline, but Peter Gilmour won that one.
Go behind, and what are we about ready to see here?
Dragon suplex. Oh, he's calling for something, but what?
D-Xtreme is simply just not letting Tom Marshall count right now. It seems that the Extreme Icon has severely pissed him off and he's wanting to inflict the most punishment possible right now.
Here we go again, another Shinuri, also known as the sliced bread number 2. Now, I don't know what move D-Xtreme's... Wait a second. What? For a second there, I thought someone was going off the ramp.
That would have been huge for this match right now. Peter Gilmour fighting back to D-Xtreme right now. Now the latter half of this match so far has been nothing but D-Xtreme.
Uh-oh. Well, this might be Peter Gilmour's opportunity to try something else.
Both men do not want to go off that stage. I mean, that could be the game changer in this match if one man ends up getting thrown off the stage and out to the arena floor.
What a twist of fate. The X-Treme one has done it again. He's got him down for a count. And he's gloating a lot about it. I gotta say that's a bad move. I would be preparing another strike.
Dodges that super kick now. Peter Gilmour fighting back, trying to get him off the stage.
One thing, the last time I saw D-Xtreme on a main stage like this, he was planning some oh, what a clothesline by D-Xtreme. He was planning some very insane moves. Now, this was during his days in SMF, when as just a fan, they had an open invitational hardcore match for anyone, anywhere, and he jumped off the Titantron.
Yeah, could we see something like that in this match as we see a big clothesline to the back of the head of Peter Gilmour?
That is very... a double super kick hitting both the ref and Peter Gilmour. I feel bad for the ref, Tom Marshall.
What is D-Xtreme's beef right now with Tom Marshall, as this is the second time he has attacked him during the duration of this contest?
Personally, I don't think it's beef. I think it's more so his urgency to want to get this match over with. He might be a little bit surprised at why it's taking so long. What all does he have to do to Peter Gilmour to keep him down for a count? I mean, it took so long for him to go down for his first count, and so he's probably like, what the hell is going on? And he keeps going for that super kick. A lot of them are just probably accidentally going through to Tom Marshall.
Yeah, I see that happening right now. And Peter Gilmour now taking advantage of the mistakes that D-Xtreme has been making, and is now back in control of this match, but...
Wait a second, D-Xtreme is up and oh, what a DDT by Peter Gilmour.
And now D-Xtreme quickly getting back to his feet, though. If I were D-Xtreme, though, I would really sit there and let that actually kick in and just take a little bit of time to get a little bit of rest in this match.
He's doing something. He's doing something big. What do we got here? Boom, baby. What a kick.
This could be the opening D-Xtreme is looking for in this match, but as soon as I say that, Gilmour gets the reversal.
I think Gilmour came here to ACW with a mission. And that mission, once he found out that D-Xtreme was on the roster, I'm pretty sure that mission included not letting that boy win.
Yeah, I think that would be the case as well. D-Xtreme, though, showing so much heart in this match. Not giving up whatsoever right now.
Well, Peter Gilmour did say he was going to war, and so far it really looks like we've seen a war, but oh my god, oh no, what a front suplex straight into the table. That
table is shattered in a million pieces, and some lucky fans could be going home with a souvenir from this match tonight.
3, we got a 4 count, 5, 6.
6 count, and D-Xtreme back up. Now, Danny, what will it take to keep D-Xtreme down for the 10 count?
You know, it might just happen to be that Gilmour cutter. We haven't seen it all night, Jay, but you know what? I've also learned that one move that D-Xtreme has that he hasn't revealed here in ACW is known as the X mark. The X mark happens to be his variation of the RKO. Now, how embarrassing would it be for Peter Gilmour to lose to a modified cutter?
Now, that would be pretty embarrassing, seeing as that is his own finishing maneuver, and it'd pretty much be adding insult to injury to finish off Gilmour with his own move.
Oh my god, what a blockbuster that was earlier when he dived off the ladder. But here we go, Peter Gilmour just hit him. Oh, Lord.
And that ladder back into play. Back to using the same move once again really quick. And if he did end up using the cutter on Peter Gilmour, that could be like a WrestleMania 28 moment when, hold on, what a shooting star press out to the ring floor. That would be like a WrestleMania 28 moment when Cena tried to use the rock bottom on The Rock.
We have seen different stuff like that multiple times in wrestling, whether it be WWF, WCW, ECW. It doesn't matter where it's done. Insult to injury, that's all it is. But I think D-Xtreme might be taking advantage with, of course, a sledgehammer. This could be good strategy, even though he could be keeping him down for a 10 count. By adding insult to injury, he could be making sure this guy's not going to get back up. I mean, Gilmour has been getting back up time after time after time.
I know, and I gave you the WrestleMania 28 comparison, but then there's also, that was the failure comparison. There's also the comparison that I can make right now that actually worked, and that was when Christopher Daniels hit the Styles Clash on AJ Styles to pretty much send him packing in TNA.
Yeah, that was, I was actually rooting for Daniels in that match, so that was really good to see. D-Xtreme up during the count.
D-Xtreme trying to go even more extreme as he hits that blockbuster off the top rope.
That is the second blockbuster we've seen from D-Xtreme so far.
And Peter Gilmour just keeps getting back up time after time again, and now Gilmour's calling for something.
I think it might be what everybody's been wanting to see. Could it be? Could it be?
Gilmour wasting time here.
Well, he's dazed and confused also, but here it comes. Wait, it's another knockout blow.
And now busted open D-Xtreme.
There has been blood by both people. I guarantee you, if we do not see, this match is so good that if we don't see a rematch at this during Bloodsport, the fans who don't see this episode, what the heck is this?
We are seeing a unique submission hold here. And it looked like Peter Gilmour did tap out, but that doesn't do anything in this match.
Into the ladder goes Peter Gilmour. Now what are we going to see here?
Using the ladder to his advantage, it seems. Wait, what is this?
I've heard of this move. I've heard of this move. He's used it many times on the Indies days, and he calls it none other than To the Extreme.
And drops Gilmour straight down. This could be it, Danny. This could be the end of our match right now.
That is a possibility. What are you doing? You had him down, D-Xtreme.
There are several times in this match where I think D-Xtreme could have won it, but he is wanting to add more injury than Peter Gilmour can add to him.
I think it's about time that, there it goes, Gilmour cutter. Gilmour cutter, Gilmour cutter, as he prefers to say, bang.
The Gilmour cutter, and now he is not letting up on D-Xtreme though. Can D-Xtreme get up from all this punishment? The cutter and then an elbow to the back of the head. He could very well be knocked out right now.
That might be it. I wouldn't be time if I were you, Peter. Game!
Peter Gilmour is the very first 24/7 Extreme Champion.
Congratulations, Peter Gilmour. The old line still has it in him and still proves you're on top.
What a match we did see. We saw everything. The only thing we didn't see in this match was the kitchen sink.
I will say this in regards to D-Xtreme. He put up a hell of a fight, but I also guarantee this isn't the last time you'll see D-Xtreme versus Peter Gilmour. Peter Gilmour, 24/7 rule, watch your back.
Exactly. Now next week on Anarchy or on Bloodsport, we could be seeing multiple 24/7 champions within that time span.
It's very possible. Congratulations, Peter Gilmour.
Peter Gilmour, look at that blood on his face right now, though. D-Xtreme may have not been able to win the match, but he sure left his mark as Gilmour walks out as the 24/7 Extreme Champion here in ACW.
Another familiar face has arrived to All Call Wrestling. Now, some of you may know my name is Ameer McDermott. And most of you may know me throughout what I've done in this called business, all my immense accolades that I've achieved during my only 1 year here in this business. But enough about me and some more about me. You see, after all the deals, the begging, the negotiations with this place, I finally decided that I wanted to save this wretched company. Save it, because apparently this is where the all-stars go, but I don't see any all-stars until now. Ameer McDermott has arrived, and Ameer McDermott is here to take over. The Prodigy, the man you will soon be calling world champion.
Strong words and a lot of cockiness here from the Prodigy, Ameer McDermott, as he makes his ACW debut right now.
Very strong words indeed. What a name, the Prodigy. I mean, that's just really speaking a lot about yourself. I mean,
he holds himself right now in high regards, as you heard from that promo he just cut.
Very, very high regards, but I will say this. I mean, like, you look back at the last match, Peter Gilmour calls himself the X-Treme icon, but he didn't claim himself as that when he first started. He had to earn that title. So to call yourself the Prodigy, you really better be backing up your words, because, I mean, that really shows that you have a bright future if you truly are a prodigy.
Yes, sir, and I know you've been seeing him in other leagues. What does Ameer McDermott really bring to the table here in ACW regarding fighting style-wise?
Fighting style? I mean, I don't watch a whole... I've taken a year off last year in terms of wrestling, and I was just on vacation, so I didn't really see a whole lot. But prior to that, I did see a lot from this guy, and a lot of what I saw was fun. I saw a lot of entertainment. This guy does bring a unique style, but he also knows what he's doing in the ring. He brings a lot of pain, a lot of excitement, a lot of death-defying moves, so look forward to seeing Ameer do his thing.
Yeah, he said that ACW pretty much had to beg him to be on the roster. Do you think this is possibly true, that we need someone like the Prodigy Ameer McDermott?
Saying that might offend this man.
Well, here we go. We have EJ Hero, who is coming off that devastating loss in the semifinals to Shambo last week.
And what a match it was. I'll put that up there and say that. So far, we're on our third episode of ACW, and I want to say this. Shambo, EJ Hero, you guys are my top 5 matches so far.
Yeah, Shambo and EJ Hero left it all in the ring. Even though Shambo was really throwing some amateurish moves out there and getting countered for it. Now that could be the downfall in the main event, but that is up next. That is not right now. Oh, actually, that's not up next yet. We still have Marco Rose against Garnett Court too.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this one, Jay.
All right. Right now, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ameer McDermott can do and how EJ Hero will recover from his loss last week.
But like I said in our previous matches earlier, when you lose, you learn from defeat. When you win, you just want to keep on winning. So, what do you think you want to see more? A guy learn from his defeat and win, or do you want to see a guy keep on winning? I know this is Ameer's first match, so so that brings something even more to the table. He kind of needs a win.
Yeah, he needs a win to really back up his words that he just cut in that promo in order for the ACW locker room to really take him seriously here in his debut.
Of course. Oh, what a move.
Big power slam, and now Ameer McDermott, it's really looking impressive in the early goings, but right there, EJ Hero has seemingly a counter for a lot of things.
Looks like during my vacation, Ameer has been really getting into strikes, because I'm pretty sure that this guy is a striker.
Yeah, Ameer McDermott's really technical in this ring right now, but he can be an all-out brawler when it comes down to it.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in a brawl, like a street fight.
Could you really see someone like the Prodigy Ameer McDermott going up for the title of 24/7 Extreme Champion?
That is a possibility. There are a lot of names going out there, but as we know from last week's episode of Anarchy, our commissioner did indeed say that one thing that will be happening is all these matches going on right now, they are to keep us notified as to who will be getting that attention of our commissioner to crown our new United States champion coming up soon. I know that is in the near future. So if Ameer can win this match, he might impress our commissioner enough to become to actually be in the running for our new United States champion.
Now, what I've been hearing as EJ Hero tries a headlock here but gets reversed, what I've been hearing in the grapevine in the ACW locker room is that Commissioner Jaden Anthony might actually leave the decision of the United States title match up to the ACW fans, which meaning he would probably give a poll of about 4 or 5 superstars he has really been scouting and to see who the fans would want to see go one-on-one at Bloodsport for the United States Championship. Do you think that would be a good idea?
I've heard about that rumor, and you know what? It's always good to get the fans interacted. We here at ACW, we want the fans interacted. I looked at our weekly schedule in regards to events, and I know that one event coming in the distant future that to be looking forward to after Bloodsport may. And this is still in the works, so this is just a rumor I've also heard down the grapevine, was something known as Capital Collision, an all-voting poll event. We want the people to vote when that comes, so seeing a preview of that in regards to the United States Championship, hey, that sounds pretty cool to me.
I mean, what I really love to see here in the ACW is the fans really having a say in the company right now. But Ameer McDermott, the Prodigy, fighting back, but getting a hip toss right there for his efforts.
Hey, you put your hand up on your hip, you do a little dip. You know, you do what you gotta do. Oh, what a
exact cover. One. Only have 1 count before the kick out by EJ Hero.
You gotta do a lot more to put EJ Hero down. Yes, he's lost his last match, but you know what? He was in the quarterfinals of a tournament to crown our first global champion.
And that is definitely a big point there. EJ Hero has what it takes to get it done. We have seen it prior in this company before. But can he put it all together? Can he get his mind psychologically ready to defeat someone like the Prodigy Ameer McDermott, who is making his debut here tonight?
I think it is possible. It can be done.
Cover here by Ameer McDermott. 1. Only have 1 count. EJ Hero gets the shoulder up.
This just in on my cell phone. 1, Peter Gilmour is trending on Twitter. 2, I've just got word backstage that Peter Gilmour will be giving a victory speech on the Facebook page, and that may be airing on Anarchy episode 4. So look forward to seeing that, fans of ACW.
Definitely. Also, let's tell the fans in 2 weeks what will be going down. We will have our very first CPV known as Bloodsport. And we know that the 24/7 Extreme Champion will be on hand, which is Peter Gilmour. Now, who will he be defending against? We have yet to know. It has to be possibly a rematch against D-Xtreme after tonight, though.
I don't know what D-Xtreme is thinking. Him losing that match, that really has to hurt him. I mean, like, that's like Rock losing to Cena hurt, because it was like old generation, new generation. And I mean, prior to Peter Gilmour showing up, D-Xtreme, he was the extreme one here in ACW. The fans love this guy. The fans, I don't know how much the fans love Peter Gilmour, but they're behind him, and I'll give him credit for where credit's due. The guy works his butt off. But what a sharpshooter we're seeing here by Ameer.
Ameer McDermott got that sharpshooter in, but EJ Hero broke out, and now we see a little bit of taunting here from Ameer McDermott.
Watch what you're doing, Ameer. You don't know what you're messing with EJ.
Right there, big hip toss by EJ Hero, and EJ Hero looking for something big right there.
Oh my God, what an alley-oop bomb.
Baiting EJ Hero in right there on the outside. Ameer McDermott looking for something big here. Just dropping EJ Hero on the back of his head right there on the mat.
I've seen that move multiple times. of his repertoire. It's not a finisher, but it's one of his signature moves that he likes to call the McDermonator.
And right now, though, Ameer McDermott in full control over ACW original EJ Hero right now.
Oh my God, this match is getting deadly.
What else do you think we will see in this debut here for Ameer McDermott?
Pain.
Big backbreaker there. This could be all she wrote for EJ Hero right now.
But it looks like he's got something in mind. He wants this man to tap another sharpshooter.
We've only seen one tap out, and that was actually handed by Shambo last week. But again, two tap out losses here for EJ Hero. What does that do to a man's psyche as he goes into more matches?
EJ Hero, you know, I hate to say it, but of all people, EJ Hero, you're starting to remind me of Orlando Jordan.
Man, that is strong words there, Danny, for Orlando Jordan to be mentioned in this.
Now, the only reason I say that is because there once was a feud between Orlando Jordan and Chris Benoit, where every time for the United States title, Orlando Jordan would tap out to the sharpshooter. So, what did Orlando Jordan do? He trained day in and day out to learn how to counter the sharpshooter. Then when he finally learned how to counter and to last longer than 5 minutes in the match, he tapped out to the crossface.
Exactly. Well, let's congratulate right now great successful debut here for the Prodigy, Ameer McDermott.
And indeed, Prodigy he is.
This man knows exactly what he's doing in the squared circle, and I honestly can't wait to see more of him here in the ACW.
ACW Anarchy, Madison Square Garden, live from New York City. And on the marquee it reads the franchise, Marco Rose, in the main event in the semifinals for the ACW Global Heavyweight Championship. So Marco Rose trained harder than he's ever trained before. The franchise, Marco Rose, said his prayers, took his vitamins, all the way up into the main event. For just 2 hours. 2 hours before the event started, Marco Rose set foot into Madison Square Garden. Over 16,000 empty seats in that arena. And I just thought, damn, this is where the best of the best have competed. Anybody has set foot here in Madison Square Garden, and I, the franchise, is here headlining. The franchise, Marco Rose, is headlining Madison Square Garden, so it gets your adrenaline pumping. So Marco Rose heads backstage, puts on his gear, kendo stick in one hand, a beer in the other. Marco Rose prepares to go out in front of over 16,000 fans, sold out, chanting my name. And the music hits. The music hits, the crowd goes nuts. And I'm just enjoying this moment. I'm just feeling the energy of the crowd. And then, wham! Right on the back of the head, Marco Rose goes down. And behind him, the man who did this, he calls himself the best in the universe, Marco Gruber. Marco Gruber kicked my ass. He embarrassed the franchise Marco Rose in front of that live crowd at Madison Square Garden. Marco Rose first time in the Garden. But is it sour grapes? Am I pissed off? You damn right I'm pissed off. But I thought about it. If I was Marco Gruber and I had to go against the franchise Marco Rose, I would have done the same thing. And since this show is called Anarchy, I shouldn't expect anything less. But just trust me, Gruber, you will meet your maker another day. And you already know your maker is the franchise, and it's going to be the franchise way.
But on to the next subject. Let's look towards the future. I'm not going to look back to the past. I'm going to handle that subject another time. Next, for me, on Anarchy, I go against a guy I've rivaled with in this car wrestling world. We rivaled a lot of places. We goddamn stole shows. We fucking tore our heads a fucking part. This guy's named Top Notch Garnett Court. See, I don't like him. He doesn't like me. But over the years, our rivals, we grew much respect for each other. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, Top Notch Garnett. Nothing personal, buddy. But right now, you step into that ring with those 3 letters that I love the most, ACW, and for my path of immortality to be set in stone, you are just another op in the franchise's way. And just like all of the rest, you will go down badly to the franchise. So Garnett Court, you can bring anything you got. You can bring the kitchen sink, you can bring your mama, you can bring your daddy, you can bring your greasy granddaddy. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you will go down the franchise way. And right here, as I am right now, and I am here damn near every other day from the great southern state of Tennessee. Top Notch. You know I bring it. So you get ready at Anarchy, you bitch.
Well. It seems like old habits always die hard. Because on the next episode of ACW Anarchy, I'm supposed to be facing off against the franchise from the great southern state of Tennessee, Mr. Mark Howrose. And yeah, I know I have a huge history with that guy. Hell, as a matter of fact, I can basically say that I owe him one, especially seeing the fact that the most recent outing between us happened in a damn tag team match. Well, actually, it didn't happen in a tag team match. It happened in a little ghetto brawl, which I challenged him to, but lost. Still, the point is, he and I, we have a lot of history together, and we respect each other a hell of a lot more than most of the people on the roster, including some names like Peter Gilmour, who I too respect. Well, not really that much, seeing the fact that I'm trying to blaze my own trail here. But still, the point of the matter is this. Marco, I know you and I have a lot of history. Some of it more recent, more than anything. But still, all this battle means to me is for a chance to meet, what am I saying? For a chance for me to one-up you, especially after the most recent 2 outings we had. So yeah, Marco, on this next episode of All-Star Call Wrestling Anarchy, it won't be just us taking this rivalry we have to a new brand. Oh no, it's not. It's just gonna be the same old, because even though that tag team match does count in our little rivalry, our singles rivalry is basically split down the middle. And this third match between us as competitors is the rubber match. So yeah, Marco, Mr. Rose, the franchise, if you will. You best be ready for a fight, boy. Because if you're not, it's just gonna be like match number 1. Me beating your country bumpkin ass, fair and square, and making you finally realize, well, until we have another tag team match, that is, that top-notch Garnett court, or straight-laced Garnett court, or just plain old Garnett court, ain't the one to be fucked with. And you, of all people, should know that, man. Promo done.
So, big heated words there between Marco Rose and top-notch Garnett Court, but there is definitely a lot of mutual respect between these two men.
You're damn right about that. Now I'm gonna say one thing, okay? And that's simply this. This is the third promo. Marco Rose has cut the third promo of the night, calling someone a bitch. What's up with that?
I don't know. It just seems to be a pattern here in the ACW right now.
I mean, according to how this is going down, basically, Peter Gilmour's a bitch, D-Xtreme's a bitch, and now top-notch Garnett Court, you're a bitch too.
It seems like we've got a lot of female dogs in heat in this company right now.
No offense to the people just listed, it's just like that's the opinions of other wrestlers.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of this is in friendly competition like we saw right there with the franchise and top-notch Garnett Court. But, on the other hand, there's a lot of, I guarantee you there's probably still a lot of tension between Peter Gilmour and D-Xtreme going into next week.
True about that, but I'm going to say this, alright? If anybody can top that Extreme match that we had earlier tonight, it's Garnett Court. And this man right here, the franchise.
Now, franchise Marco Rose lost in a controversial fashion last week against Marco Gruber.
Controversial? No, that was straight bullshit, okay? 3 weeks straight now. 3 weeks straight. Well, 2 weeks actually. It's been nothing but, oh, I'm going to jump you. Oh, I'm going to jump you. Marco Gruber. Be a man.
Yeah, I mean, Gruber's really been putting a lot of pressure on the ACW roster to, like, watch their back going into a match.
That's really starting to look like here he comes, none other than top-notch Garnett Court. And unlike last week and the week before that, he's not wearing boxing gloves.
No, he is not, actually. He is out here sporting a new look right now. And top-notch Garnett Court's looking pretty good going into this match right now. Now, this is only top-notch Garnett Court's second ever appearance here in the ACW. He was found laid out backstage last week. We still don't know who the culprit of that attack was.
I still got a question of why. I mean, like, all fingers would point back to Marco Gruber. But you know what? That could just be what people want us to think.
Exactly, or it could be Gruber. I mean, there have been rumors circulating backstage about a possible power faction led by Gruber, but we don't know who the other men are going to be, if at all, if this rumor is even true.
What a knee by Marco Rose.
Garnett Court now going on the attack on Rose here early.
Now this... Ref, get out the way. Oh my god, what a suplex. Now this match, we haven't seen a lot of matches like this. This is power versus power. This isn't like a difference in styles right here. We have pretty much power versus power. I mean, so far, the only other person I'd like to see in this match, if it was a three-way, would be Big Dwayne.
Now, Big Dwayne, though, has really been on a losing streak since his debut, has not picked up a single victory here in the ACW. Could that possibly change going into future episodes?
That is a possibility. I don't know. One thing that has been on my mind lately is I can't wait for Bloodsport. Tell me a little bit more about Bloodsport in regards to what's going on with that. I mean, I know it's our first CPV. It's coming up. Has the location been announced yet?
As far as I know, the location has been announced. I'm just not really familiar with it yet. It is on the ACW official website, allstarcarwrestling.wix.com/home. And there you will be able to find everything about ACW. The site just needs to be updated a little bit because technical difficulties have been hindering our abilities to really get everything around to the website right now.
Yeah.
But Garnett Court's really fighting back right now, but I'm sure the location for the the CPV, our first one, is on the website. And big move there by Garnett Court, and he is actually in a real good showing right now here against Marco Rose. Now, one thing both these men have in common is they've both actually been laid out by the best in the universe, Marco Gruber.
Well, the thing about Garnett Court is this man's got a lot of heart. I mean, of course, today being Tuesday, April 2nd, yes, April 2nd, I just wanted to make sure I don't mess up. I did happen to see him compete over in Call of Honor the other day, and you know what? He was a part of that big CPV the other day, and unfortunately, he took a big beating to one member of the One Bully Nation. Now, that was a whole different story, a whole different match, but the reason why I bring it up is he got up after all of that.
Yeah.
If you were to, you go watch that match. You go see what type of beating Garnett Court took, and then for him to come back and be like, you know what, I'm gonna compete tonight. I'm still gonna be able to compete. That shows two things. This man's got heart, his love for his love for the business in regards to ACW.
Exactly. Garnett Court actually being thrown to the outside of the ring right now, right in front of our announce table.
Oh my God, we might be on table number 2.
What
this
a
second table. And here it goes.
Marco Rose taking apart our announce table here.
Yep, what was the record of the first episode? 3?
3 announce tables, and this will be our second. But wait, reversal, and Garnett Court puts Marco Rose straight through our announce table.
I did not see that coming. I mean, I saw the table breaking coming, but not Garnett Court putting Marco through the table. No, I did not see that coming.
Garnett Court's actually looking very impressive in this match. He really didn't get any chance to show what he brought to the table here in ACW on his very first match because of the attack there by Marco Gruber.
Marco Gruber, the man's got strategy written all over him. He's guilty in regards to his sneak attacks. It's a good tactic, but this time it's going to cost him. I mean, he set himself up, and now it's like if he does it again, he's handing the championship over to Shambo.
But that is actually one thing we have not seen here tonight. We have not seen an attack by Gruber on Shambo at all.
Now, what could happen is we already know he cannot win. I mean, we already know that the title will be exchanged, rather it be defeat of pinfall submission, or if Marco Gruber sneak attacks him, or if just Shambo gets sneak attacked at all. So it's like, there are other ways to doing it. I can't fully explain it, but there are other things that can happen. Marco Gruber, he seems like he's a smart man in terms of in-ring psychology. He can figure it out, and I'm not rooting for him after all the things he's done so far. But if anybody can get it done strategically in the ring so far, Marco Gruber.
Exactly. Now, on the Facebook poll for this match we're watching right now, the franchise Marco Rose against top-notch Garnett Court, the fans actually want to see Marco Rose come out on top in this match, but right now it's looking very scarce as the attack by Garnett Court is still going on right now.
Well, I'm not surprised about the poll, Jay. I mean, unfortunately, almost all his life, Garnett Court has been here we go, the Garnett special. This is a very, very, very unique, strong-handed combination of boxing moves. This guy's a former amateur champion, but like I was saying, Garnett Court, underdog his whole life, rather it be in the ring wrestling. What the heck?
Garnett Court picks up the victory after that big Garnett special.
Garnett Court beat the franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, Garnett wins is trending on Twitter.
That is legendary here in ACW right now. Big victory here by Garnett Court.
Wait a second.
That's Peter Gilmour.
What is Peter Gilmour doing?
He has laid out both Rose and Garnett Court. What the hell is going on here?
That's very strange.
Well. Marco Gruber. the best in the universe. Gruber, you ain't shit. When it's coming down to the ACW Global Championship Tournament, there is only one man who will walk out as the global champion, and you're looking at him right here. I am the savior, Shambo. Gruber, you're saying everyone in this ACW roster, every fucking one in the roster, is nothing but losers. Newsflash, Gruber, who has had to have two people save his ass and who has jumped all of his opponents from behind before his matches even begin in this fucking tournament? You. You haven't gotten one fair victory in this company since you came here. I, on the other hand, have scratched and clawed my way to victory. Yes, I've made a few dumbass mistakes in the ring, but trust me, I am learning. Now, this is both of our first CAW companies. Well, strike that. You were in MWA where, oh my god, you were the Pride Champion. A title that didn't even mean shit. This is the big time, Jack. This is the ACW Global Championship. You're not gonna walk out of Baltimore as the champion. Now, I know I may not be the biggest. Hell, I'm 5'6", 165 pounds. I am by far the smallest motherfucker on this roster. But let me tell you one thing, Gruber. You cannot outdo me in the ring. You have no athleticism in the fucking ring. I have watched your matches. You are one of the most sloppiest motherfuckers ever in that squared circle. Gruber, when the time comes tonight, I will walk out. And I will not only walk out as the global champion, I will make you bleed. And just to add insult to injury, I will snap on the Savior's way, and you will tap out, my friend. Now, you little Austrian bastard, you're not gonna beat someone like me. You're not gonna beat the savior of ACW, Shambo. And sir, that's just fact. And I will make sure at the end of the night, you will not forget the name Shambo.
You know, the way you said things, most people would have no idea what to respond back, because the way you said it, it actually is, I attacked two people from behind and haven't until now beaten someone fair and square in the ACW. But it seems you didn't watch my MWA matches that closely. You see, my first match was a four-way dance, and it was for the championship, the Pride Championship. And those men that were in, they were all basically rookies, yes. But there was one man that actually had my number. Trevor Alexander had my number, and I had a match with him in a steel cage. You have never been in a match with me. You wouldn't know what I'm capable of, Mr. Shambo. You see, you say you're gonna make me tap out. I've never tapped out in my life from the age of 16, where I started to wrestle. I've never tapped out. And you see, I'm not planning on tapping out. You can break all my bones, I won't tap out. I will only lose if you cap off my head. You see, this championship means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to you as well, Shambo. You see, you've never been champion though. I know how it is to be champion. You have no idea how it is to lose that championship. I lost that championship. You have no idea how it is. You can ask people how it is, but they'll explain you, but you'll still don't understand the situation. You see, it can't be explained. It changes you. The gold you hold, it makes you feel special. And in fact, you are special. You're holding gold. You're the champion, goddammit. You're someone people would respect, and all of a sudden, you lose it. You lose the championship and you feel pathetic. You're nothing. You haven't had that feeling in you. All you want is the feeling of success. What I want is that feeling of patheticness to leave me. I want success to come back. I, the best in the universe, will win at all costs. There has been placed a stipulation. A stipulation has been placed that states, if I or someone else were to attack you or someone else in the back, I would get disqualified and you would be granted the championship. Now, before this stipulation was placed, I was thinking, this guy has something the others don't. You see, there are great veterans in ACW. Marco Rose, Garnett Court are two of the people I've defeated. But back to your point, yes, I didn't defeat them fair and square. I did attack them from behind. But if you actually somehow find a way to beat me, you actually become the champion. And believe me when I say, once you lose that championship, once you lose it, you'll be just like me. You see, you and I aren't that different. I was just like you before losing that championship. I did call myself the best in the universe, but the people actually liked me back then. You see, I respected people, and I actually respected Trevor Alexander a bit as well. We had a nice little rivalry going on, and yes, I lost the championship, and look what happened at me. I realized the truth, and you will realize the truth soon enough. Even if you become champion and I don't, I will be back for that championship. You see, for me, this isn't for the championship anymore. No, I do need that championship. But no, I'm more interested in you, Shambo. I want to see what you really can do. I'm gonna push you to the edge, and if so it happens and you beat me, I will shake your hand and say congratulations, but mark my words, Shambo. It won't be the last of the best in the universe, you will see. This cocky motherfucker will return and show you what happens when you mess with a god. now I don't really have any more words for you. You probably still think the same things you thought before I started talking. You see, for me, promos are a waste of time, since everything you say your opponent still won't get in your head. You see, I could have been right with everything I've said until now, but no one listened to me. You could be saying all the truth of the world, but all your opponents won't give a fuck what you say. So, I'm done. I'm done. I want to get in the ring with you. I'm done with this promo. All I want to do is fight you. Screw the ACW. Screw the ACW Global Championship. Screw the best in the universe. Screw the savior. Screw everyone. This battle is against me and you, and the winner won't be the global champion. No. The winner will have shown the other one what he's all about. I'm done.
Well, it's main event time, Jay. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are going to be crowning the first ever global champion in this match tonight.
Now, one thing I am actually really proud of Gruber for right now, there has been no backstage shenanigans, no attacking from behind or anything. He is actually right now coming down the ramp by himself, no weapons in hand, and nothing on the mindset of becoming the very first ACW Global Champion.
How ironic would it be if him walking down the ring, all his glory, his pyros going off and everything, halfway down the ring, Shambo attacks him?
Now, that would be a double standard right there. I don't know what Commissioner Jaden Anthony would do about that.
I mean, like, if Jaden Anthony had, like, some grand scheme to personally make Shambo the champion and do that, I mean, it definitely is double standard. But you know what? That's like saying payback's a bitch right there. You jumped all these guys right here. I didn't say anything about Shambo jumping you.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, now, if it stays true and no shenanigans are done in the beginning in the entrances for this match, we'll actually really get to see what the best in the universe Marco Gruber can really do in the ring, seeing his pure technical athleticism and seeing what he really has to offer as a superstar here in the ACW.
Well, let's hope he can back up that name of best in the universe. But here he comes, none other than the one true, I'm calling him the one true savior of ACW. This man has rose through the ranks of the tournament. From day one of Anarchy, Shambo. Put your hands together for him.
Now, this man, he did not take any easy way out in this tournament. He fought his way through two other big named opponents to be right here in the main event of ACW Anarchy Episode 3.
Man, gotta put your hands together for Shambo. This guy's a hard worker, but you know what? That mind of Marco Gruber, it's very strategic, so look out.
Alright, there it is. There is the ACW Global Championship held by referee Tom Marshall.
And what a belt it is.
This is what everybody comes to ACW for. This is it. This is the ACW Global Championship Tournament Finals. We will crown our very first champion right here tonight.
What a counter by Gruber. And what a counter by Shambo.
Now, both these men definitely are going to try to feel each other out, see what each other is really capable of in the early goings of this match. But I expect nothing but the best from both of these athletes.
Of course, nothing but the best. Oh my god, wait a second. Ooh, Shambo. That's going to affect a few of his moves, maybe even a submission finisher later on tonight.
Yeah, he said that he is going to make Marco Gruber tonight tapped out to what he calls the Savior's Way, which is a modified STF submission hold.
I love, the last time I saw that, I really did enjoy watching it, but one thing that I can't stand is, and it's just a personal thing, I can't stand people who just simply say right then and there in a promo before a match, oh, I'm going to beat you with this move. Well, guess what? If that person was watching the promo you just cut on live TV, which this is, then you know firsthand what that person wants to beat you with. So it's like, okay, you want to every time you're going to try to hit me with this, I'm going to counter it.
Yeah, but like it'll definitely come down to when we will actually see this big move from Rochambeau, and we'll see. Well, yeah, exactly. Marco Gruber will have a counter for it, no doubt about it. It's just when and where this will happen.
Now, we already know the stipulations of this match that were added in, but we gotta remember this is still the same rules still follow. This isn't, you can be disqualified, you can be counted out, but a champion will be named tonight.
No doubt about it. We will walk out of here, out of Baltimore, with an ACW Global Champion, whether it be the Savior, Rochambeau, or the best in the universe, Marco Gruber.
Now, Jay, one thing has been bothering me about this match, and I just have one question. What happens under the situation of a double knockout, a double countout, or a double disqualification?
Well, that would probably be under the discretion of Jaden Anthony, our commissioner, but I guarantee you that would probably end up with a one more time rematch on the next week or at Bloodsport if that were to happen.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen because we need to crown a champion tonight.
That we do. Now, I have a question for you, Danny. Rochambeau is giving up a lot of size in this match. Not only in this match, but in the company, as he is the smallest superstar on the roster, standing 5'6" at 165 pounds. Does that really have a disadvantage to Rochambeau going into this big contest?
Yes and no. Rochambeau may be the smallest, but with small size comes fast speed. That makes him the fastest person in ACW.
Yes, it does, and you know how much Rochambeau loves to utilize his speed in every match.
Now, also, I must point out that even though he is the smallest, that doesn't mean he's not the strongest. He can lift up people bigger than him.
Yes, he can right now, as we see exactly that, what he did earlier to Marco Gruber. Marco Gruber is 225 pounds and 6'1". He's got a big advantage size-wise over Rochambeau here.
Now, just to give me a refresher, Jay, do you happen to know the finisher of Marco Gruber?
Marco Gruber's finisher is the God Drop, which is like Mark Miro's TKO finishing maneuver.
Ooh, what a flashback. So, it is the God Drop versus Rochambeau,
the Savior's Way.
The Savior's Way versus the God Drop tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a good one. Unfortunately, I will not be saying that both moves can come out of nowhere because they're technical moves. Technical moves aren't known to be known to come out of nowhere.
Marco Gruber right now is actually on the attack on Rochambeau, but Shambo countering right now. Big elbow to the head of Marco Gruber.
What a power slam.
And now that they've gotten time to get used to each other's styles, what do you see happening in this match regarding both of these men?
Well, I'm going to say this. Not to be biased, but if Gruber loses this match, then to a degree, there has to be some form of respect. I don't care if it's 1%, but there has to be some form of respect between these two men, because already, and I'm happy they haven't broke the table yet, but oh my God, already they are tearing down the house. They're putting on a wrestling clinic, and that alone should prove, hey, we are the two that are championship worthy. True, Marco Gruber kind of cheated his way to the top, but now we're seeing his true colors. He's being a man, and he's showing, hey, I did what I had to do, but now I'm showing you I got words to back up what I could say.
Oh, exactly. Marco Gruber is really showing what kind of athlete he is in this match. He hasn't pulled out any shortcomings in this match. He hasn't tried to cheat or anything. This match has been purely athletic as they are continuing to battle on the outside right now.
1, 2, 3. 3 shots to the head outside the ring by Marco Gruber. Now wait a second, Rochambeau's got him.
Shambo, both men scrambling to get back in the ring to break Tom Marshall's 10 count, and they do.
Oh, here we go, spinning neck breaker.
Now, Marco Gruber right now has really been seen as being a technical type superstar in this match right now. And a strategy of being technical in the match like this is a really good strategy, because that means you're not expending too much energy and you're keeping your opponent grounded, and especially with someone like Rochambeau who loves to go high, that's going to be taking a whole new approach here and cutting out half of Rochambeau's arsenal.
You know, I'm really surprised I haven't seen Rochambeau go to the top rope yet. He hasn't been doing a lot of flying. He's been sticking to a very technical game, and I think his game going into this matchup was simply this. He doesn't know a whole lot about Marco Gruber, but he does know this. He doesn't want to simply be known as the little guy and simply be defined as what little people do in the ring. They fly. They're luchadors. They're high flyers. He wants to prove I can be just like the other guys in the ring, and even maybe better. I'm technical. I'm a real wrestler. And here we go right here. What is this? He just lifted him up and a nice suplex.
Now that had to take a lot of strength there from Rochambeau, but he is showing why he is here in the ACW. But again, another rookie mistake running right into that power slam by the best in the universe.
What a stomp by the best in the universe. Marco Gruber.
Gruber's.
DDT by Rochambeau.
Shambo's up top.
He's gonna fly.
Elbow drop cover. Not even a 1 count.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
These men looking to make history here tonight by crowning the first ACW Global Champion. And it would be double history, correct me if I'm wrong, if Marco Gruber actually becomes the champion, because he will also be our very first foreign champion.
That is true. That is true. Of course, everyone knows that this airing of Anarchy has been brought to you by the Pride Network. But also, I'd like to say that you can find us every week, every day on Facebook at the group page. You can like our Facebook page, ACW Wrestling, and look forward to our up-and-coming. We will be recently releasing a very important announcement on the Facebook page in regarding our commentary.
Yes, indeed. If one of us can't make it for commentary, we might have a car wrestling legend be on Anarchy for one night to give his unique thoughts on the car wrestling that he sees here in All-Star Car Wrestling.
Now, I put it out there. I've said a few names, but you know what? I'm reaching out to the roster at hand, because we have a lot of talent on this roster. They want to be heard. So you know what? If you want to step your game up, if you want to really be good on the mic and say, hey, I got the mic skills to match Danny D and Jay Divine, hey, prove it. The day that we're off, take my place. Take Jay's place.
Rochambeau going for a big cover right there, but only got a 1 count. That is actually the first 1 count of the match right now.
Power slam after power slam from Marco Gruber.
Now, Rochambeau still showing a bit of rookiness in him by running into those power slams. He's thinking of big maneuvers early, but not thinking ahead to the counter that Gruber may have. What do you think about this, and how is that going to really affect him going deeper into this match?
Well, I look at it like this. You got to take a match like going 5 steps ahead. Wrestling, in some ways, is like chess. Unfortunately, you look back at earlier tonight, you had D-Xtreme super kick after super kick after super kick, but he missed over half of them.
Right there. Sorry, that was a big finishing move, and he calls that for all it's worth. Going for the cover of 1, only a 1 count.
Oh my God. My point being with that was, it's like in chess. If you focus focus too much on just taking the pawns, then you're leaving yourself defenseless when the big moves come. When your opponent is taking your big pieces like your rooks, your queen, your knights. You know, you don't want to lose that stuff. So you gotta be look more so on the defensive. So Shambo, you have to really be thinking 5 steps ahead and not just run into attack.
Shambo right now going for the cover. One. That was a big hesitation drop kick there in the corner on the best in the universe. Shambo's really not been letting Marco Gruber get any offense here besides what he can counter.
What is that?
I am not quite sure.
I believe that was our foreigner crowd. We have a foreigner in the crowd chanting for Shambo.
Shambo, he's really been making a name for himself here in ACW. He's really been reaching out to the fans and looking for their support as he gets a 1 count there. Because he, like I said earlier, he's the smallest man on the roster, but he has to have one of the biggest hearts, and he may be cocky, he may be arrogant, but he truly does love these ACW fans.
Wait a second, what do we got here? Marco Gruber. I did not see that coming. I didn't know he's got a little high-flying in him.
Gruber is really pulling out the stops right now. Is there nothing this man cannot do in this match right now?
My God, this is crazy.
Back into the ring now.
Do you know if our commissioner will be live in attendance next week?
As far as I know, Jaden Anthony will be in attendance next week, and he will definitely have something to say about that attack on Garnett Court and Marco Rose after their match earlier by Peter Gilmour.
Peter Gilmour better have, he really has some explaining to do, because that, in my opinion, that was the stupidest thing you can do. I mean, you just had an epic match with D-Xtreme, you won the first ever 24/7 X-Treme championship, and what do? You attack 2 people. They weren't even looking for your belt. Now you just gave them a reason to take your belt.
Oh, exactly. But again, what do you think the motives are here for Peter Gilmour? What is on his mind to make him do this? We know that Garnett Court has had history with Peter Gilmour back in his days in the Armada in COH.
That is still, we're just going to have to wait and hear from Peter Gilmour. That's all I can say. It doesn't make sense to me. But we'll wait and, oh, what's this?
He was looking for the God Drop, but a big counter and a DDT there by Shambo.
I looked more like a, dang, what's that move Edge used to do? Impaler.
Impaler, yes. Shambo, front face lock right now. Big reversal by Gruber. Float over neck breaker, here we go.
Things are really starting to strike up. I can't wait. You know, I recently found out, going through the ACW grapevine, that we will be releasing dark matches on the road.
Yes, we will, sir. We will show you. Wait, there it is. Savior's Way. Will Gruber get to the ropes?
Come on. What's it going to be? Is it a tap or snap?
Gruber really trying to fight his way out of it here. And Gruber throwing Shambo right off of him. That's the first time we have actually seen the Savior's Way hold countered.
I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I thought it was over. But wait a second, what do we got here? Oh, what a neck breaker of his own.
But now, what does Shambo right now have to be thinking after he's thrown everything at Gruber, yet he still breaks out of a big move like the Savior's Way?
Oh, we just seen a very good high knee from Marco Gruber. I'm going to have to say this. When you throw everything at your opponent and you still can't win, the only thing left you can do is throw the kitchen sink.
Exactly. Big elbow drop there. 2 count and kick out there by Gruber.
Now, Marco Gruber, he hasn't thrown everything out there yet, so I'm starting to think it's either going to take a lot more or Marco Gruber isn't hungry enough. No offense, but you got to prove that, oh, wait a second.
Is he looking for all it's worth one more time? He's got him up. He's getting it. There it is. And hits for all it's worth right there on Marco Gruber.
Can't believe I've seen this.
One, two. Gruber fighting his way out of the pinfall once again.
Oh my God. Oh.
Now, Rochambeau, what does he need to do? What is running through his head right now?
If I was Rochambeau, what would be running through my head is simply, why won't you stay down? What a good running leg lariat.
Big moves like that are from Rochambeau. Cover 1, 2. Again, another kick out by the best in the universe, Marco Gruber.
I still can't believe it.
Now, I do have to give credit to Marco Gruber right now. He may have attacked his other two opponents to get to where he is right now, but he is proving that he deserves to be in this spot right here in ACW for the Global Championship.
You know, from a bad guy's perspective, I'm going to say that as cheap as it was to attack your first two opponents, he did one thing that I would say is really good. He conserved his energy and said, you know what, this is going to help me advance all the way to the end.
Yes, it is, and right now he is showing why he deserves to be here with a great flashback once again.
Another counter by Rochambeau. What has he got for him?
He's looking at a big Russian leg sweep by Rochambeau.
He's putting him up.
Savior with the cover. 1, 2.
And another kick out by Marco Gruber. Rochambeau with the quick clothesline.
Gruber is not one to stay down. Roll up here by Gruber. 1. Only a 1 count. Rochambeau does not want to be taken out like that. From his own rookie mistakes, he does not want to be rolled up or pinned like that.
Nice DDT from, oh wait a second, we got, yes it is. I believe we might have blood. Do we have blood?
Yes, we got blood. Gruber is busted open from that DDT. And now, I know we've said it in previous episodes, but what does that blood running down the face of Gruber really do to his psyche in this match as he kicks out once again?
You know, I believe blood does two things in a match. It intensifies the person bleeding.
Wait, we gotta roll up. Hurry, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Gruber rolled up Rochambeau and comes out as the global champion.
Marco Gruber played possum.
Gruber, whatever he had to do, he did it, and he is now the very first ACW Global Heavyweight Champion.
You know, I wasn't going to be biased in this one. He came to the ring by himself as a man, no sneak attacks, no posse, no backup. He did it all his own, and like I said before, the past 2 matches he snapped up on different people, but he conserved his energy to play possum for a move like that. 1, 2, 3, Marco Gruber, the first ever ACW Global Champion. Congratulations.
This has been a massive, groundbreaking episode of ACW Anarchy, ladies and gentlemen, ending up with the crowning of our very first global champion. It is that man, the best in the universe, the Austrian, Marco Gruber. And for Danny D and myself, thank you for joining us here on the Pride Network for ACW Anarchy.
Can't wait to see you next week.
Alright, until next time, peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.